Hey, what's up, guys? So my name is Anthony and this is Dev Hero. And in today's quick video, this question actually came from a student at Rutgers Coding Bootcamp. And he DM'd me on LinkedIn and he asked me, how can you break into tech? How can you land your first tech job without having any experience? And as you guys know, I'm a self-taught programmer. I dropped out of college and I taught myself how to code, and I kind of forced my way and broke into tech. And so the question is, how can you start with zero experience? And the answer is pretty simple. You have to start somewhere. So in the early days when I started off, I did a lot of freelancing. That's a really awesome way to A, earn some extra income, and then B, start building a portfolio, start building a resume of projects that you've worked on, and fill your portfolio with real companies that you've done work for. Whether or not you were there full-time or you were there as a contractor is really inconsequential. What you want to do is be able to showcase and document that you have the skills and the abilities that are required for the job that you're applying for. So early on, I would say if you're in a boot camp, you could even start while you're in the boot camp and go to local businesses, go to businesses in your area, and attempt to get some contract work. Let them know, hey, I'm in school, and because I'm in school and because I'm learning, I would be willing to take on building an app for you for like significantly less, right? Like I'll build an app for you for $1,000 or $500 as opposed to $50,000 if you went to like a big agency, and try to get contract work. When I was first hitting the job scene hard, and I had little professional experience, I used to give a resume out. It was actually a 3-page resume, and the second page was just a list of the logos and the information from companies that I had done contract work for. And it was a page that said clients, and then there was just a list of all these different companies. And I actually landed some full-time roles because of that. I'll give you an example. Very, very early on in my career, this is not on my resume anymore, but I had actually applied to do the night shift at a local gym. I was really big into fitness at the time, and I was also really big into coding, and I was I was freelancing, I was doing work on the side, and then I was also doing like Google advertising, and I had like my own I had like a 6-figure blog that I was managing. So I was essentially a digital nomad that lived in the New York area in New York. But so at that time, I had applied to work the night shift at the gym, and all I wanted to do was work the night shift at the gym, stay behind the desk, check people in, make sure no one goes in without checking in, and just code and work on my own stuff kind of on the side. Like I figured I could multitask. I could kind of watch the counter at the gym and then work on my own freelance projects. But me, unknowingly, I submitted a resume that I told you guys about that had all of these other clients that I had done work for. I submitted this kind of tech web developer resume, and the first thing they said was, oh, we don't want you for the night shift. We want you to be our director of digital marketing. And I ended up landing a role, and I actually worked for them for a few months. And I redid their website, and I did their digital marketing, and I did email campaigns. I actually helped them get a deal with Groupon. But once people know that you have this skill, that you have this superpower of being able to create apps and create websites, people will hire you. It may not be the Google, but people will hire you. And that gym job, that gig that lasted a few months, that was on my resume for quite some time. I used that as another case study. I did work for a jewelry store, and again, this was like a local someone. I met them online, but they were in the New York City area, and it was a local jewelry store, and I had done their website. They had a co-assignment program, and they did some e-commerce. So freelancing is a great avenue to transition into a full-time role, and it is documenting, curating your resume to represent your strengths and your experiences. When we were in the Rutgers Coding Bootcamp, one of our projects was actually for a local nonprofit. So shout out to Ahmed, our instructor. He actually plugged us in with a local nonprofit, and one of our projects was for a legitimate company in New York City. So again, I reach out to nonprofits, see if they need your help, if they need your assistance. And again, this game is much more of a marketing and a networking game in the beginning than a software development game. If you're going in for an entry-level role, they're probably getting a lot of entry-level people coming in the door, and it is going to be not your skill set, but how well you're able to market yourself that sets you apart. So reaching out to nonprofits, reaching out to small and medium-sized businesses in your community, and really being willing to take an internship, take a low-paid freelance gig, and then using those things to really pad your resume is a great way to get your foot in the door. Another thing I would recommend is have a projects section and list the projects that you've created, whether in a coding bootcamp or in your free time, and maybe take one of the projects you created and push it out as a real application. So go to GoDaddy and buy the .com and say, yeah, I'm the founder of, a friend of mine made a Trump app that it searches the internet for the word Trump and it replaced it with Durf or whatever his original family name. But I would maybe don't get too political because that might screw you up in the job market too, but create something real and put it out into the world, even if it's something silly. You could create a Chrome extension that, helped you, download YouTube videos, or a Chrome extension that helped you search things with a thesaurus. I created one time an app that I pushed into the WordPress plugin store that would turn your WordPress website into a Chrome plugin. It would package it up for you and put it as a Chrome plugin. But there's tons of ways for you to publish something, put it into the world, have it be real, and then list that on your resume. So in lack of traditional work experience, list side projects, freelance projects, and nonprofit philanthropic stuff that you do. List all those things on your resume. If you went to a hackathon and you won something at a hackathon, or even if you built something really cool at a hackathon, list all those projects out so that it shows a real representation of your capabilities. And then also be sure to list all the technologies used next to all of those side projects and things that we've done. All right, awesome guys. I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you later. Peace.